Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to answer this one burning question. Who is the best WWE wrestler of all time? So I'm gonna judge them according to what they've done in the WWE. So we got Roman Reigns versus Booker T, and yeah, Roman Reigns wins in that case. Now we got Chris Beep. I mean, my channel is gone already. Then we got Shane McMahon. Chris Benoit is one of the best wrestlers I've ever seen in my life. It's like so much passion, even in his smallest matches. Like he just gave it 300%. But the fact is, what he did at the end of his life, I think is unforgivable. So for that, I'm just gonna disqualify him and get him out of here. Shane McMahon is gonna move ahead. Then we got Stone Cold versus... Okay. We got a whole ass tag team, obviously. Nope. Like whoever was against New Day, I would have just picked them because what the hell? This is best wrestlers of all time, right? Singles wrestler. Anyways, Chris Jericho beats Big Show because, I mean, Chris Jericho did so much more. Even in Jericho's show, Chris Jericho was the main man. Kofi Kingston versus Vince McMahon. Now, wrestlers, right? But I gotta say, Vince McMahon wrestled too, and what he did, especially at the Attitude Era with Stone Cold, after that, he just had so much more important matches in his career. So I guess I'm gonna go with Vince. I don't know. Rapid fire, like I said, not too much time to think here. Batista versus Christian. Batista had a great career in the WWE. I think it definitely goes over Christian, even though I think Christian is underrated and he deserves so much more in the WWE, but that's just me. Ultimate Warrior, gotta say I'm gonna go with CM Punk. It's just like him more. Yeah, I like CM Punk more than Ultimate Warrior because, I mean, Ultimate Warrior was just like a lightning in a bottle. If the situation was a little different, we wouldn't be talking about him. I feel like that because he wasn't the greatest wrestler. But anyways, I'm talking about that too much. We got Bayley versus JBL. Again, looking at their entire career, JBL just had a better career overall. Easy. We got Hulk Hogan versus The Rock this early. Holy moly. They're both absolutely amazing, and their match against each other was absolutely amazing. But I gotta say The Rock. I just like him more. It's my list, okay? It's my decisions here. We got Big Boss Man versus Charlotte Flair. Even though I really don't like Charlotte Flair as far as her character goes, I'm gonna go ahead and put her over Big Boss Man. I think she had a better career. Randy Orton, perfect wrestler. I used to not like Randy Orton. I thought he was too slow, but as years went by, I just realized how damn good he is at everything he does. Got Seth Rollins versus Jake the Snake Roberts. Gonna be a little biased here. I watched Seth Rollins way more than Jake the Snake, so I kind of like him more. Then we got Andre the Giant versus R-Truth. Obviously, Andre gets this one. Then we got Bianca Belair versus Rocky Johnson. What an interesting matchup. Again, just because I know more of Bianca Belair, I'm just gonna go with Bianca, but Rocky obviously had a pretty damn decent career. We got Becky Lynch versus the Macho Man. I'm sorry to the man, but Macho Man is going to move on. Legion of Doom, get out of here. No tag teams. Bret Hart would have won anyways. We got Kane versus Kevin Owens. Kane goes over because Kevin Owens, you know, came so close to being that main eventer type of guy, but he never really received that push. Kane, however, is a different breed. Now we got Bruno Sammartino versus AJ freaking Styles. Bruno, an absolute legend, and in his heyday, you know, the greatest championship record of all time. And AJ, honestly, in the WWE, I'm not impressed. But again, because I know more of AJ Styles, I'm just gonna go ahead and choose him. We got Mankind versus Edge. Now this is a little difficult. I mean, looking at their careers overall, and keep in mind that I've started watching wrestling around 2009, so I think I'm gonna go with Edge. I don't know. I just like his stuff more. Eddie Guerrero versus Triple H. Now this is also very difficult because, I mean, Eddie did win the WWE Championship, as you can see, and he just had so many great promos, so many great matches and moments. But Triple H is just built different, right? He went from the very bottom of the barrel to the very top of the WWE. If this was against anybody else, Eddie Guerrero probably would have won, but I gotta go with Triple H here, man. We got Brock Lesnar versus Rey Mysterio, two absolutely incredible wrestlers. Brock Lesnar is just absolutely special, and he gets the wrestling business so freaking well. Like, look at the little things he's doing in his matches, and you'll realize, like, this guy is just not, you know, 300 pounds of meat. No, he's actually has a brain, and like, he's so smart. He's so fast too and athletic. Like, Brock Lesnar is absolutely insane. And Rey is an absolute legend. Doesn't have to be America. Go any continent and like people will know of Rey Mysterio. But still, I gotta go with Brock Lesnar here. Tough decision though, very tough decision. This one, however, is not Lita goes over because, you know, the same reason that I gave for Chris Benoit. Got Shawn Michaels and the Usos tag teams. No, Shawn Michaels would win anyways. Got British Bulldog versus The Undertaker. Undertaker does move on. We got Owen Hart versus Sting. Sting in the WWE, kind of underwhelming. Owen Hart, I like him, especially his heel gimmick where he taunts all the time. It was pretty good. And we got Mick Foley, Trish freaking Stratus, Mick Foley. Okay, hold on. We did have Mankind, right? Mick Foley, I guess he had his matches with Randy Orton and Edge, so those were pretty damn cool. And obviously he had a couple of other moments with The Rock later on in his career. But Trish, main eventing Raw with Lita in the year of 2003, that right there was a real women's revolution. So I'm gonna go with Mick Foley regardless, because he was just, this guy, anything he did was pretty damn good. Bubba Ray Dudley, Gorilla Monsoon, just because I don't know much about Gorilla Monsoon besides his name, I'm gonna go with Bubba here. Got Bray Wyatt versus Ricky Steamboat. I really don't like Bray Wyatt, so it's an easy choice for me. Junkyard Dog versus John Cena. I do apologize, Mr. Junkyard Dog, but Cena wins. Ric Flair versus Roddy Piper. What two great talkers here, but Ric Flair has to win this one. I'm sorry. He's Ric freaking Flair. Same thing as I said with Rey Mysterio, right? Everyone's gonna recognize the mask all over the world, and you go anywhere in the world and say, woo! Everyone's gonna recognize it as well. Tony Atlas versus Vader. When it comes to Tony, only heard of his name, so I'm gonna go ahead and go hit Vader here. We got Sonny versus The Miz. I'm gonna go with The Miz. We got Roman Reigns versus Edge. I mean, Edge had an absolutely amazing career, but what Roman Reigns has been doing in the past 2 years have just been top-notch. One of the best storytelling I've seen ever since I started watching wrestling. And, you know, I went back to the Attitude Era and watched, like, the Ruthless Aggression Era as well from archives. And what Roman Reigns has been doing is on another level. So I'm gonna go Edge. Yeah. Kane goes over Steamboat for me, personally. Bret Hart versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. What an amazing match, right? But Stone Cold obviously is gonna move on. Then we got Batista versus JBL. I'm gonna go with Batista, even though JBL had the APA and all that. Bianca Belair versus AJ Styles. Obviously AJ Styles, even his WWE version, which I think is kind of boring. We got Shane McMahon versus The Miz. The Miz, because he's just given so many more moments, I think. CM Punk versus Randy Orton. Now this is difficult. Randy Orton is absolutely incredible, but I don't know what CM Punk did in 2011 was just something special. It just following his rivalry against John Cena, it was just a unique experience, and it was so exciting at the time. But I mean, youngest champion ever, evolution, this is extremely difficult. Oh my god, I'm gonna go with Punk. But you know, could have been either way. Okay, Mick Foley versus Vince. Now I can go with Mick Foley. We got Macho Man versus Seth Rollins. I gotta go with Macho Man because I don't like Seth Rollins' character. Like when Seth Rollins gets serious, like when he did with Matt Riddle in that backstage segment, I absolutely adore that. It's actually very good. Yeah, I did not a big fan of his characters. We got Chris Jericho versus Ric Flair. Chris Jericho is pretty damn good. First man to beat The Rock and Stone Cold at the same night and become the undisputed WWE World Heavyweight Champion. I mean, just like the last round, this could go either way, and I wouldn't blame you for choosing any. So please don't blame me for choosing. Oh god, I'm gonna go with Ric Flair. Bubba Ray Dudley versus Lita. I'm gonna go with Bubba here. Triple H versus Shawn Michaels. Again, another great matchup. I gotta go with Shawn Michaels though, overall. And we got Charlotte Flair versus Vader. Honestly, because I've only seen like 2 matches from Vader, it doesn't feel right to choose him, so Charlotte's gonna get a pass here. The Rock versus The Undertaker. God damn. Ooh, I'm gonna go Undertaker just because how long his career was, and even though that was the case, he was always the main event. He made WrestleMania special, so I'm gonna go for that. Andre, again, absolute legend, but gotta go with John Cena here. We got Brock Lesnar versus Owen Hart. I'm sorry, Owen, but Lesnar goes over. Ric Flair versus Shawn Michaels. Another great matchup. My god, this is difficult. But me personally, gotta go with Shawn Michaels, even though I don't like his, you know, backstage, real-life personality. In the ring, when the lights switched on and the cameras turned on, Michaels was something different. Now, Mick Foley versus Kane. I gotta go with Kane with this one. Maybe it was Mankind, I would have had more difficulty, but Brock Lesnar versus CM Punk. Even though I like CM Punk here, I gotta go with Lesnar. Now, this is what I'm talking about right here. We got Undertaker versus Charlotte Flair, so I can just kick her out. Get out of here. I mean, she's very talented. I just really don't like the way they've booked her. We got Bubba Ray Dudley versus AJ Styles. Gotta go with Bubba Ray Dudley here. Again, speaking of WWE. We got John Cena versus the Macho Man. I know this might ruffle some feathers, but I gotta go with John Cena here because, you know, past 20 years, they just done some bullshit, man. Roman Reigns obviously goes over The Miz. Batista is gonna lose to Stone Cold here. And here we are. Oh, it's getting close. Okay, Shawn Michaels. Bubba just got here by luck. Yep, now Stone Cold's gonna go over Kane. Got John Cena versus Roman Reigns. Okay, now this is difficult. Ask me this like 4 years later, I'll be happy to answer it. But right now, we don't know where Roman Reigns' career will go. But so far, it's been going pretty damn decent. But if you're looking at everything that these two have done so far, I gotta go with John Cena. It's just the way it is. We got Brock Lesnar versus The Undertaker. Why is this so difficult, bro? Why is this so difficult? Lesnar is great, but Undertaker is something else. I gotta go with The Undertaker. We got Stone Cold versus Shawn Michaels. Stone Cold, man. He was just an absolute legend. So John Cena versus The Undertaker. Now, these past 10 choices I had to make, if you chose any of those, I really cannot blame you. I'm gonna say The Undertaker, man. Screw it. John Cena's pretty damn good, but Stone Cold versus The Undertaker. But I gotta go with Stone Cold at the end of the day. He just had, killed it in the Attitude Era, and that was when wrestling was at its peak. And at that time, Stone Cold was at the top for a reason. It wasn't by chance. We can also check what other people have said, and actually Undertaker made it to number 1. That's kind of surprising. And then we have John Cena at number 2. And then Stone Cold is number 3. So there you go. That's interesting. John Cena, though, going over Stone Cold. Even The Rock. Let's see. Shawn Michaels is number 4. Roman Reigns is number 5. Randy Orton. And then The Rock is at number 7. I'd think like it'd be a Stone Cold, maybe Undertaker, and then The Rock at number 3. But this is very surprising. We got Rey Mysterio at number 8. Seth Rollins made it all the way to 9. Edge at 10. Triple H at 11, Brock Lesnar at 12, Hulk Hogan at 13, Sting at 14 in the WWE. I don't agree with that. 15, CM Punk, AJ Styles 16. Wow. Chris Jericho 17, Sasha Banks 18, and then we got Ric Flair at 19, and finally Bret Hart at 20. Let's see who the last guy is. So 64 is Gorilla Monsoon, but obviously it's because most people don't know him, and even if we did, I guess maybe he's not that good of a wrestler. Well, the point is we don't know. Anyways, let me know what you think. Who do you think is the best WWE wrestler of all time? With that being said, I'll see you in the next one.